Ron has commented on Neil Pickup's channel that he hasn't practiced arm wrestling much lately. Before going to Turkey he had not practiced on the table for 3 months. And after Turkey he has rested 2 weeks for the effort against Europe. However, he is now recovered and believes that he will be prepared against Paul and will manage to beat him 3-0. Ron weighs about 110 kilos, 242 pounds. Ron Barth has practiced with Paul Linn and has said that Paul is a very strong and explosive arm wrestler, but not a technical guy. He believes that he has an advantage because Paul's hand is smaller than his. Also, Paul's left hand is not as powerful as his right. Ron has commented that he watched Paul Linn square off against John Brzenk and watched as he moved John's wrist a bit and controlled his fingers in the first round until they hooked. He saw that he made John work quite a bit. Regarding the match between Ron and Paul, Ryan Bowen has commented that they both like to be in control of the upper part of the arm. Paul is more explosive and faster than Ron, so Ron will absorb Paul's attack. He thinks that Ron will be able to stop him at a point where he is initially at a disadvantage, and then he will have control of the hand and wrist. Paul will try to keep his wrist flat and get a hook. Later on will try to drag and prod it. He doesn't believe there are flash pins and thinks he will win Ron. For his part, Raimonds Liepins has commented that it is difficult for him to predict who is going to win. He thinks that the two come very strong. Paul has a lot of side and back pressure, but Ron is very difficult to beat. He thinks it will be a very close match. Ron Barth has also said that he has another super match lined up in the future which he cannot now comment. Will he be the one hosting Engin Terzi at East vs West 3 on May 21st? Ron Barth has commented that there are people who think that Michael Todd's left arm is not of a great standard. Ron said that Robbie has lost weight, and if there is a difference in weight between Michael and Robbie, then he favors Michael, because he has seen that he is training hard. However, if the weight between the two contenders is similar, about 260 pounds, 120 kilos, he believes that Robbie will win. Ron confronted Robbie 2 years ago with his left arm, and commented that he couldn't move his arm. Uncle John did well in the Winterblast tournament with his left arm, though not so much with his right. John commented that he punched 8 classes, 98s, 220s, 242s and supers with 2 hands. He was happy with the tournament. He felt great, even though he made some mistakes. John managed to be second in 98s with the left, third in supers with the left, and with the right. He acknowledges that the supers were pretty light. Artem Taranenko defeated Uncle John in the Winterblast tournament. He was second with the right arm against the 220s arm wrestlers. In the Winterblast tournament Robbie Russell stood out, an athlete who can achieve great goals. He is capable of arm wrestling in any position, and he is quite versatile. Raimonds Liepins has commented that he himself now weighs between 90 and 95 kilos, but that by the time of the fight against Artem Taranenko on April 23 in Arizona he will weigh close to 90 kilos. Artem weighs about 86 kilos, 190 pounds. The super match is won by the best of 5. Uncle John thinks that Artem is very strong and is more dangerous in the later rounds. He is smart at the table and knows what he does well and how to perform. He is very good with the straps, plus he has a secondary hit that makes him dangerous and unpredictable. Uncle John believes it will be a close match against Ray and has predicted a 3-2 result for Ray. Ryan Bowen believes that Ray is the favorite in the early rounds and Artem in the later rounds. He thinks Ray is the favorite on the hook press, but Artem has the intuition and drag of the top roll to stop it. He thinks that the level of force of both arm wrestlers is similar. Ryan has confirmed that he will be at King of the Table 4, though he hasn't heard from Rob Vigeant. Ryan Bowen currently weighs about 93 kilos and is almost recovered from an arm injury. Regarding this match, Ron Barth has commented that he has not seen RVJ arm wrestling in years, and he has seen little of Ryan. Therefore, he prefers to see people arm wrestling before making predictions about who will be the winner. Ryan has confirmed that his match against Bozhidar Simeonov has been postponed because they are waiting for Bozhidar's visa to be approved. The visa has been in the pipeline for a long time and is now being delayed. Ryan has tried to call the Internal Affairs Department, but his efforts have been in vain. It seems that Australia is a difficult country for a foreigner to enter. However, Ryan thinks that in the end the visa will be approved, and the match against Bozhidar will take place soon.